Собственно, здорово, мы продолжаем прохождение серии игр Telltale Games, Игра престолов, получается. В последней серии, насколько я помню, мы отправились на стену, вроде как. Ну, должно быть так. Ну, должны же напомнить, да ведь?
Find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
Давай промолчим. Мы же умеем хорошо прятаться, типа. Это же сказали, что это наше преимущество. Нет. Нет, ты нас не нашла. Это не я.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
A stupid game. I don't like it.
Такая игра однажды может спасти тебе жизнь, мальчик.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too, but Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
I don't know what he did to get sent away like that.
He'll be fine. Garrett is smart.
Ну да.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself.
He doesn't know me or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword, like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
А ты не научился, да? Даже она может, а ты нет.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah! Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then everything changed. Roderick became so
повзрослели, конечно.
The Lord in training. We never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you.
Господи, ну тут как жизнь повернется, как бы непонятно, как бы, знаешь, что случится. Давай не будем врать. Возможно, мне придется измениться.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
You'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Ну как бы да, ну типа. А как иначе?
Since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once. But Ethan will
у тебя будет столько сладостей, ну подбодрим его.
As many as you'd like, yes.
Really?
Of course. Why not?
Lord Ethan,
ей не понравилось, да, типа.
Quickly, on your feet.
Почему? Там случайно не эти приехали, которые на дыбе всех распинают? Уайтхилл.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were Lord, I would command Ethan to stay with his family.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Ну, а что нам остается? Как бы мы сейчас старшие типы, нам надо дела вести. Что остается? Я уже думал, глава закончилась за 5 минут. А чё так все на меня смотрят плохо?
I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
What should I say to him?
Tell him and his men to leave.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill
с другой
any more
стороны,
than he
да.
already is. He's got 5 times as many men and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand
Плюс
up for
Болтоны, да.
ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Ты руку пожал, пидор, блядь.
I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
How dare you?
I dare, and I'll do as I damn well please.
Надо, короче, пожестче с ним, а то он что-то охерел.
What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No
А у меня охрана есть?
I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters.
Calm yourself, old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
We all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not.
Вот так вот, давай смягчим.
Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
О, это тот, обиженный.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason? You murdered his family.
Then you admit
Ну да.
it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do
А
you
вы
answer
просто
for
насильно
your
убили
squire,
семью целую.
Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the Lord
А как вы ответите?
of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
Просто меня очень смутило, что...
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here.
Меня просто очень пугало, что он очень близко подходит, и я старался как-то балансировать, чтобы он подальше от меня отходил.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
We're in the right, Lord Whitehill. Remember that.
Запомнит? Запомнит. Не, ну он реально же не прав по факту. Его люди напали, ну, на невинных фактически, и убили их.
Your son did well, my lady. He kept his wits while Lord Whitehill lost his temper. A lesser man would have been rattled, but Ethan here held his ground.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven.
Ой, Рамси Сноу, это как раз таки Рамси, это вот тот, который расчленял всех любителей, который собакам скармливал, да, в сериале вроде бы, это вот он. Короче, самый говнистый.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Так, что у нас тут? Там было вообще-то посмотреть на сундук, а не в сундук. Вообще.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. Ethan made this for me.
Ну, чтобы помнила, да, типа, потому что она железноствольная. Или как это реально правильно сказать?
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Посмотреть. На незаконченное письмо. Что-то я затупил. А что, давай читать.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Так. Старая пыльная книга. Рукотворные чудеса. Это повлияет на что-то или нет, я не понимаю. Ну вот. Так, камеру... А, здесь нельзя камеру переключать. Так, письмо. Оп, такая. Выдвинулась.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Семья Маргери, они богатые были в первую очередь очень. Там вроде как это самая богатая семья была, в принципе, во вселенной это Игры престолов. В принципе, да. Ну кто там?
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Впустить.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Это дневальный.
Begging your pardon, milady, but You all right?
А угольщик это?
If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady.
У него-то нет родных, наверное.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Тем более с ним вряд ли высокие господа разговаривают когда-либо.
I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
С Cersei она разговаривала. Реально, стой, подожди, это параллельно ведь идет?
I couldn't hear much, but...
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
То есть это идет параллельно сериалу ведь?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble, but I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy, not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Прям очень похоже, на самом деле, нарисовали Маргери. Я думаю, она, может, денег даже занесла, такая, типа, главное, чтобы я была похожа.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen.
Типа то, о чем она может спросить здесь.
Maiden from the north, whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Никаких скандалов.
Find a way to appease her.
Успокоить надо.
Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Успокоить и говорить то, что она хочет. Короче, ну, нормальная тема. И чё? Все стоят пяльцы друг на друга.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
Короче говоря, успокоить. Вроде как успокоить, да? Короче, справимся. Вряд ли меня там убьют, да? Это же всего лишь Игра престолов.
You can do this.
Да, я помню. Там еще Тирион. А это до или после убийства?
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening? Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I will speak truly, Your Grace.
I should hope so. Speak falsely, and it'll be worse for you.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Как я забыл, по какой схеме мы работаем?
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
They were the wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Ну, нормальный ответ. Такой уклончивого, да-да-да. То есть я не обидела и осталась верна себе. Не удовлетворил.
She has a talent for equivocation.
Вот.
I question what she really thinks. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Короче говоря, Серсей это очень не понравилось, да?
But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister.
Ну, там был про Болтонов она как раз, да?
To save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
Давай вот так подлижем ей. Пускай думает.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Да. Немножко заебало.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
Блин, охуенный вопрос.
Girl, answer the question.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games.
Ой, блядь, какая ты мразь. Моего короля, конечно же. Я надеюсь, Маргари поймет, потому что я специально. Я надеюсь, Маргари поймет.
The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Блять, это реально вот очень сложный диалог, на самом деле, просто Dark Souls какой-то. Сейчас с Тирионом еще надо будет поговорить.
I'll walk you out.
Ну, Тирион нормальный
This
чел.
may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Тириону можно доверять, он нормальный.
Kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
Да, готово.
Forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it.
Ну, если мы не будем рисковать, мне кажется, ну, все плохо будет. Так что...
I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
Put it back.
We're just having a bit of fun. It's probably for the best. I've heard he's a bit perverse. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands.
Ну, понятно, такие девчачьи разговоры.
I can only imagine what that would be like.
Прям за короля.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well. Which is more than you can say for his mother.
I don't want to be queen, no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen? You northerners. You'd make a perfect
Север же всегда хочет быть отдельно. Он не хочет подчиняться королевской голове, насколько я помню.
Imagine the power you would have as queen of the 7 kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion
Бриенна
Lannister.
и Тирион Ланнистер. Это
What a
забавно.
perfect match. Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Опа. А я говорил, положи на место.
Well? Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Удовлетворена или прям, ну, это хорошо, или это средненько?
King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Нельзя угодить всем.
Always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly.
Ну да.
Words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family.
Так может какую-нибудь армию туда послать небольшую, ну так, в благодарность.
As difficult as it may have been.
Ну, может, Маргарет теперь поможет моей семье, ну...
Something on my mind. Something important.
Что? Просить о помощи.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Дай армию.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Дай армию.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Какая останется? Мы подружки.
Go on. Ask.
Please, Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath to see my brother bend the knee.
Ramsay?
Я вроде надеюсь, я правильно выбрал. Там очень быстро время кончалось. А Рамси же едет, Рамси едет, да. Да, вот это было бы на самом деле круто.
That is no small request, especially now.
Типа, ну, если дом под защитой короны, то хер кто полезет.
And now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady.
Вообще все пиздец там.
Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
Помоги. Ну.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out.
Да всем пиздец все равно.
You're the only one who can help me. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother.
Ну, кстати, да.
Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so
Ворон за неделю
urgent.
туда долетит, я надеюсь.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my
По
lady.
крайней мере, она хотя бы
I will send a raven
попросила.
to my family at once.
Вот. А на этом мы эту серию-то закончим. Подписывайтесь, комментируйте, подписывайтесь на Бусти, вступайте в паблик ВКонтакте и Телеграм. И ждите следующей серии. Так что на этом все. Пока-пока.